everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my Q&A for this month. I got some questions from some of my friends, so I'm going to answer them. First one is from my friend Tyler D. His question was, one thing you didn't like about Avengers Endgame? There's not a lot that I really complain about on that. I guess I'd have to say, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Endgame and everything, it'd have to do with what Captain America did at the end of the movie. Like, throughout the whole movie, he wanted to bring everybody back and everything, but then he decides to go back in time and wave everybody. I thought that was kind of dumb, but it also was a kind of a fitting ending to his story, so in ways it bothers me, in ways it doesn't. But that's really the only thing I can really think of, and just kind of stuff with him. But Captain America hasn't been one of my favorite characters for quite a while now, though, because of other stuff that's happened in the MCU. But next is from friend Lee from Lebo Man Reviews. He asked me, what is one movie I could watch over and over again and not get tired of? The Wizard of Oz. I've watched that movie I don't know how many times. That's probably the one movie that I've seen the most out of any movie I've ever seen. Every time I watch it, I always enjoy it. Then he asked, what is one movie that is so bad you'll never watch it again? Probably, even though I don't say it's the worst movie ever made, I'd still say that was Grease 2. I'd probably have to say Pete's Dragon 2016. I don't ever plan on ever watching that again. I hated the 2016 version of that movie. Took everything that made the original so great and everything, and completely took all of that stuff out of it to make it this dark and depressing movie, and I wouldn't really want to rewatch that one. Next is from my friend Chelsea. She said, what's one movie set you would like to visit? I don't know, there's a lot of them that I wouldn't mind visiting. Probably Harry Potter, though. The sets for that and everything. I know you can actually go to some of the sets and visit them and stuff like that in the UK. Everything. I'd love to be able to do that sometime. And then she said, what's the last movie that made you cry? I think it was Avengers Endgame. I could be wrong. There could be other movies that have made me cry since then. I get emotional a lot in movies pretty easily when it comes to watching movies, but I think the last one I watched that made me cry was Avengers Endgame when I saw it the first time. Then these next few questions are from my friend Esley Greer from Entertainment Fanatic Reviews. He said, what's one film I wish I could erase from existence? Easily Grease 2. Or that 2016 Ghostbusters movie. I hated that one too. But I'd definitely say Grease 2 is the one that I would completely erase from existence. I absolutely hate that movie. He said, did you ever play any Tony Hawk games? Yeah, I did. I think it was Tony Hawk Underground 2, I think is the game that I used to play. I had it on Xbox and everything. I never really did much on there, just went around skating and everything, doing random stuff on there, but that's the only one that I think I've played. I think that was one that I played, was Tony Hawk Underground 2. But I haven't played that in a long time. I don't have it anymore, so, but eventually I'd like to get it again. Favorite Grand Theft Auto game? Probably San Andreas. I go between that one and Vice City. I play those a lot because I have both of them and everything. But I think San Andreas is my favorite one. And then he said Toy Story or Child's Play. easy for me on this one. Toy Story. I love Child's Play and everything. Chucky's my favorite horror movie character and everything, but uh, just can't beat Toy Story. I've always been a huge fan of Toy Story ever since I was a little kid and everything. It was such a huge part of my childhood and everything. So easily Toy Story. Next is from Miles E. Movies. He said, "What movies should never be remade and why?" I'd have to go with Jaws. That movie, they went through all kinds of trouble and stuff getting that movie made and everything. I think remaking it nowadays with CGI and stuff, where it would be too easy to remake it, it just wouldn't look as good and everything, because the movie really was a big classic. So I'd say definitely Jaws, and also easily the original Star Wars movie. I don't think they need to remake that and everything, because the Star Wars is kind of perfect the way it is. There's nothing they could do that would improve it or anything. Next is from my friend Julia. She said, "What are your feelings towards the new Aladdin movie?" I'm pretty excited for it. I'm seeing it next Thursday, or this Thursday, I mean. And I'm pretty excited for it. I hope it's good and everything. I'm curious to see how Will Smith does as a genie. I think he'll do a good job and everything. Next is from my friend Derek from Derek's Horror Corner. He asked me top 5 Friday the 13th movies. This could change when I watch all of them and review them on my channel here in the next few weeks and do my ranking and stuff. But from what I remember, I think it would be my number 1 would be the final chapter. 2 would be part 6, Jason Lives. 3 would be the original Friday the 13th from 1980. 4 would be Friday the 13th part 3. And 5, I think, is Friday the 13th part 2, I think. I haven't watched these movies in a long time, so that ranking could change when but I don't think that the top 3 will change at least. And then next is from friend Corey from CDR. He asked, "What's your favorite horror movie sequel?" There's a lot of them that I like, but I'd have to say Child's Play 2. I think it's one of the few that actually was better than the first, besides and everything. So yeah, I really like Child's Play 2 a lot. Next, I got quite a few questions from my friend Marcus. The first one is, what's the best movie of the year so far and why? So far, Avengers Endgame is probably the best one to me. Just a great emotional ending to a lot of character story arcs. It's not the end of the MCU, but it's the end of this phase and everything. 11 years, 22 movies. They did a really great job ending a lot of these character story arcs and everything, so that one would easily be my favorite of the year so far. What do you think of Robert Pattinson being cast as Batman? I'm not totally against it. I think that he could do a good job. I know outside of Twilight, he's done pretty good performances from what I've seen. I haven't seen a lot of his movies outside of Twilight, to be honest, but I can tell by the trailers that I've seen of some of his independent movies that he's going to do really good in those. Yeah, I think he could do a good job as Batman. Plus, I've also gotten to where I don't judge the castings and stuff until I actually see them, because there's been many times where I was mad about a casting and ended up being blown away, like Chris Evans as Captain America. I hated the thought of him playing Captain America, and I thought he did a great job. and everything, and same with Ben Affleck as Batman. At first, I wasn't excited about it and everything, and he ended up being great. So I'm gonna wait and just give him a fair chance. I think he could do good. Since Matt Reeves is directing the Batman, what is your favorite movie he's directed before? I think that would have to be Let Me In from 2010, the movie about the vampires and everything. Just a really, really great movie and everything. Chloe Moretz was excellent in that movie and everything. And I did like the two Planet of the Apes movies that he directed as well, but so I don't remember if I've seen Cloverfield. I think I have, but I don't remember it very well, because if I did see it, it would have been when it very first came out. But I really like Let Me In a lot. Then he said, what's your most anticipated TV show of the upcoming fall season? It'd be season 2 of The Conners. I watch that. I loved Roseanne, and I love The Conners, everything. So that's the main show that I've really ever watched, is just that. And I'm also excited for that Chucky series that's going to be on the Sci-Fi Channel, but I probably won't get to see it until it gets released on DVD, since I don't have cable. He said, if you watch Game of Thrones, what are your thoughts on the last season? I've only seen the first 2 seasons of Game of Thrones, so I don't really have any thoughts on the last season yet. I know a lot of people have been complaining about it and everything, but I don't know if it's as bad as everyone says. He said, if you don't watch Game of Thrones, will you ever binge watch it? Yes, I will eventually. I'd like to. Like I said, I've seen seasons 1 and 2. I'd like to get the complete series once they release it on DVD with the newest season, and just watch them all then and everything. I plan on trying to do that if I can. Then the next one is he said, you've watched all of the MCU movies. Which characters would you like to see introduced next in the MCU? The ones I'm most looking forward to are the Fantastic Four. I can't wait to see how they do those and everything. Fantastic Four, and I'm curious about the X-Men. I'm not quite as ready for an X-Men reboot, since they're just now finishing the original X-Men film series from Fox. So I'm also looking forward to the Eternals and some of the other ones. I can't. Shang-Li, I think, is the name of the other one that I'm looking forward to both of those and everything, and I can't wait to see how they do with Adam Warlock, because Zac Efron might be playing him, and he's one of my favorite actors. And then he said, what are your thoughts on the upcoming Ghost Rider and Hellstorm shows for being made for Hulu? I didn't actually even know about those. But I wouldn't mind seeing them. I don't know, since I don't have Hulu, I don't know when I'll be able to, but I wouldn't mind seeing them. And then he said, are you interested in the Disney Plus streaming service? I really am excited for that. I don't really get a lot of the streaming services and everything, but aren't get any of those streaming services because I can't really afford them. But I'm gonna try to get Disney Plus if I can, because I'm a huge Disney nerd, so I'd like to have that. And then these next questions are from my friend Levi McNally. He said, what are your favorite and least favorite MCU movies? Favorite is Avengers Endgame, and least favorite is The Incredible Hulk. Favorite horror movie of all time? Jaws. Are you a Star Wars fan? Yes, I love Star Wars. Huge fan of that. Favorite movie of the year, and what upcoming movies am I most excited for? So far, favorite of the year is Avengers Endgame, and there's quite a few upcoming ones that I'm excited for, but the one that I'm most excited for next is Toy Story 4. Looking forward to Aladdin and Spider-Man Far From Home. It Chapter 2, but Frozen 2 and Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, but the one I'm most excited for next though is Toy Story 4. And then this one is from my friend Andrew. He asked, if you could be friends with any fictional character, who would it be? That's a good question. I probably want to say Harry Potter, or maybe Luke Skywalker, but I'd probably say Harry Potter. It's just something about being in that group of friends in the Harry Potter series just seems awesome. And then the next couple ones are from Brittany. She said, who are 2 stars that you wish to see star in a movie together? Let's see. I wouldn't mind seeing Tom Hanks and John Travolta be in a movie together. They're 2 of my favorite actors. Everything, I think it'd be cool to see them together, or Tom Hanks and Brendan Fraser. I always wanted Robin Williams and Steve Martin to do a movie together, but they didn't get to. They were gonna play together, but I don't think there's any way to see the play. And then she said, thoughts on Brie Larson. I think she's a good actress. I like her as Captain Marvel. I've liked her in other movies like Room and Trainwreck. And there are some Disney Channel movies that she was in that I liked and everything. As far as her interviews and her controversy and stuff, ways I think it's blown out of proportion, but I can understand why people don't like her. She does have this really big snooty booty attitude and everything. Like, she thinks she's better than everybody. I do see it, but I just try to ignore the fact about her personal life and just enjoy the movies and everything, like I do with all celebrities. If a movie's good, that's all that really matters to me. I don't really care about the celebrity's personal life. I just try to ignore it. And then the last one is from Heather. She said, favorite Tom Hanks movie that's not Toy Story. Easily Castaway. I love Forrest Gump as well, and pretty much all of his movies. There's not really any that I hate or anything. The only one that I was only disappointed with The Circle and everything, but Castaway is definitely my favorite performance of his. I think he should have gotten an Oscar that year instead of Russell Crowe for Gladiator and everything, but anyway, that's all of my questions for the May 2019 Q&A. If you have any questions for June, it's Q&A. You can ask me in the comments, or you can just email me at ogreboy1992@gmail.com, or go on my Facebook page, ogreboy1992, and leave a comment on the page, or send a message through there, and everything. So, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.